Hello everyone. This video is mainly for stage ops, and this is going to be some basic controls of the camera, such as lighting and general setup. You all know that our wireless units suck the battery dry like no other. So you'll need to replace them before rehearsal, before the first service, before the second service. That's only on the wireless units, which is this battery here. The camera battery should last all day. Just put a new one in when you get here and it'll last all day. All right, I'm going to walk you through some of the color controls and our standard setup. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paste these on a piece of paper and lay it. I'll tape it to the table that the camera is sitting on so that you don't have to memorize it, but you do need to know how to adjust it. So that's what we're gonna start over here on the side. This little knob down here is called our ND filter. Now, I did have to look it up, and it stands for neural density, and I have no idea what that does or means, but it should be off, okay? So you'll see here when I turn it on, try to not knock the camera over here. When I turn it on, you'll see over here on the left, get that ND1. That's neural density number 1. That's 2 stops, and you see it also got darker. So let me turn that back off. There you go. So the ND filter should be off. From what Alicia tells me, that's typically you would use an external ND filter. These are built into the camera. We don't need it for inside shooting. So ND filter off. Second thing you'll need to look at here is our light. Oh, let me tell you first how to adjust all this stuff. The ND filter has its own knob over here. Focus. And f-stop is controlled by this knob here. So you'll see if I roll that knob, you'll see the f-stop here is rolling. It should be on 4.0. Okay, that's controlled by this knob here. On both cameras, that's the same. This one, as low as it will go, is 4.0. This camera here will go lower than 4, but to keep it consistent, let's leave it on 4. The rest of the controls are adjusted by this little thumb thing here, okay? So if I push it in, you'll see I get selections. Then I can go left to or right to move between the controls, up or down, adjust them. So that's up, down, up, down, up. You'll want to make sure that the outdoor setting is set on K. So if I go up, you can, it can be like an auto, or you can do like an indoor settings. These are kind of presets, outdoor variation. We're going to want to leave it on K, and I've adjusted it to 32,000, which is roughly the temperature of our lights in this room. Okay. Next, we have ISO. We have ISO. This is the one thing on Sunday that may need adjusting. Depending on the lighting op and how they're dark or light they're running, or where you're at, what you're shooting, this could be, if we tell you to brighten up or darken up, that would be your ISO setting is what's going to do those things. Now, judging by my experiments today, around 3200 is probably where we're going to be the majority of the time. And then your shutter speed here should be on 1/60th. Okay, basically 2 times our frame rate. Our frame rate is 29.9, so we're going with 60. So that is the controls. Remember, push in to get it to pop up. Left, right moves it between, and then up or down. This little knob here adjusts the setting. Okay. I did want to show you this magnification here. This is on both cameras. If you're holding it like this and you press this little button here, okay, you will see your camera bump into magnify. That is a handy little feature for focusing. Okay, you can pop that in, focus, pop it out. Now, when you're in like this, you're still shooting. Like if we take your shot, it's still going to be this. You can't use that as like a zoom. It's just on the viewfinder. That's not what's showing up on the screen. The screen still looks like this. But when you're focused, let me see if I can find something to focus on here. When I'm focused here, I can pop that in, and that'll really, I gotta watch what I'm doing here. When I'm looking like this, it looks okay, but when I pop it in, I can really see that's a little out of focus. Even though I'm still shooting this, I can really help you with your focus assist. All right, there's my handy tips and tricks for the day. And hopefully this will allow us to get a little more standard between the two cameras and give you guys just a quick adjustment. Push in to set it, left, right to go to what you want to adjust, up, down to change it. And like I said, once it's set at the beginning of the day, ISO should really be the only thing that you need to adjust during service. All right, hope that is beneficial. Thank you.